Today's episode is brought to you by Hawthorne. Hawthorne is going to get you smelling so good. And let's be honest, you've been stuck inside so long, you don't remember what smelling good is like. You have that like nose blindness thing, or you stinky, and you know you stinky. But now you can correct it. We'll talk about that. Also, we're brought to you by MeUndies. MeUndies are like clouds for your tush that you wear. We'll talk about that as well. Let's jump into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Jesse and Crendor.
Jesse and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studios. Recording.
Wake your ass up! It's up Crendor in the morning!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an exciting episode of Jesse and Crendor in the morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Like I was saying before we started, I messed up my leg, bro. I don't know what I did. Ooh-wee.
What do you do?
I don't know. Like I said, I woke up today with a bruise on my leg that's like a sizable bruise right on my calf. And it is like, ow!
Wow,
if I sit wrong, like if I like lean my leg, if I don't have my leg at like either a proper 90 degree with my like knee, leg, you know, that whole thing when you sit.
Yeah.
Or if I have it stretched out, it's fine. But if I do that thing where I like in any way that actively uses my calf muscle, instantly it's like, yow! It sucks.
It's like when I sprain my groin muscles or whatever. You gotta like sit all weird and you can't like do the, you know?
Yes. What sucks even more is I decided, well, you know what? I'll do a sponsored stream today for 5 hours. And I stood up and I was like, oh! I like almost fell over because I was like, oh! What? I don't know what I did. So dumb. Speaking of dumb, oh my god, dude, the other day. So I went to go get gas.
Yeah.
I was I don't know how to describe this couple to you. I was getting gas, I was putting my gas and walking down the street. Now, the gas station I go to is on the main thoroughfare of Washington. So we're Washington and Lincoln, it's this intersection in LA, in Venice. And it is very, very popular because it leads directly to Venice Beach. Like you just head straight down Washington and you literally hit the boardwalk.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of tourist traffic there. A lot of the people on those little zoomy scooters and bikes, and it's very good people watching. So the place I get my gas, because it's the cheapest in the area, is right there. And I'm pumping my gas, and I see this couple, and I'll be real. I heard them first. I heard this couple, and they were yelling at each other, screaming. And the guy, when I turned to go look, the guy looked like every Florida man we have ever seen. I am not even guessing when I say definite meth head. Definite.
All right.
And then the woman who's with him, I'm going to say an 60-year-old Asian woman?
All right.
Maybe? And they're arguing, and he's like, babe, mind you, this dude, meth head, but still looked like he was, I'm going to say 22. Very young. And he's like, but he had like the strung out hair and definitely like missing patches. He has like the weird beard. And he was very skinny. Not just skinny, but like very. Like
the withered and WoW.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's for the WoW fans out there. And he was wearing a tank top, and you know those runner shorts that dudes would used to wear in the 70s?
Yes.
That was like one wrong move and a ball is definitely coming out.
Yeah.
That is
like
what he was wearing.
Basketball ones too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he was wearing. And she, on the other hand, was like this very nice dress, and they were coming down from what I assume might have been a restaurant because they had food in their hands.
Right.
And he's like, baby. She's like, don't talk to me. Shut up. Don't talk to me. And he's like, girl, you know I love you. And it got to the point where it looked like they were going to actually fight. Like, I thought fists were going to be raised. And I was looking around like, should anyone do anything? And then I heard her say, they charge you too much for spaghetti. And the guy looks at her and he's like, that's what it costs. And she's like, you could have talked them down. $16 in this economy. And the guy was like, what? And she's like, come on, spaghetti. I was like, whoa. And here's the thing. She was like, I thought the older, more mature, less druggy one, but I think she was equally a druggie and just like hit it better.
25, but looks 60.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. I was like, oh no, but she looked old, like old. And yeah, they were arguing over the cost of spaghetti at a restaurant down the street. Here's the thing, the restaurant down the street, I don't want to say this because I don't want to agree with them, but the restaurant down the street, they do charge too much for their spaghetti. It's pretty bad. So she was right is what I'm getting at. She was right.
Man, I only have one like story of overhearing someone. Mm-hmm. And I was walking past a bunch of like restaurants and bars and people were eating outside, and I heard one guy who I think it reminded me of like the old man on Pawn Stars. And he was just sitting in a chair and he was like, put these things in the fire 6 times. I want them burned and crispy.
What was he talking about?
I don't know. That's all I heard him say. I don't know what he was eating. Don't know what he's talking about, but he said he wanted them in the fire 6 times and he wanted them burned and crispy, and he definitely smoked a lot.
That sounds like Sam the other day when we were playing games, and he was like, all right, if you could get rid of one thing, if one thing was drowning, what would you save? Noodles or hamburgers? And Sam was like, well, obviously I'd save noodles. The only thing I want to drown hamburgers in is a deep fryer. That's time out a minute. What?
Wait, a deep fried hamburger?
I think he's like, I want a deep fry hamburger, and I have so many issues with that. So many issues.
Yeah, I got a lot of issues with that one.
Doesn't sound very appetizing. Some places, they probably have deep fried a hamburger, but let's see.
It's like that Monte Cristo, that sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, but it's a little much. It's a little, I don't feel like almost dying every time I have lunch.
Isn't a Monte Cristo like a grilled cheese type sandwich though?
It has, I think, even like jam in it. What is a Monte Cristo?
A toasted ham sandwich, French toasted cheese sandwich.
Doesn't it have like some weird thing added to it? Yeah, Monte Cristo has most Monte Cristos have powdered sugar on top and come with some sort of jam.
It's ham, turkey, and Swiss dipped in so it's kind of like French toast, the sandwich.
Pretty much.
It's like a French toast sandwich.
It's I assume it was a brunch thing, but knowing the world, it was definitely a rich old person thing.
Oh yeah.
From like the 1930s. They were like, deep fry that for me, Philliam. Philliam was what they used to call Philip back in the day.
I see.
Yeah.
There's in the 1930s to 60s.
Yeah.
They had a recipe for it called French sandwich, toasted ham sandwich, and French toasted cheese sandwich.
That sounds about right. They don't make them anymore because they're not. It's like one of those old-timey, old people food things. Yeah. Like, what's that thing called? Like, bits and gravy or whatever that, like, ham and bits, where it's like this weird toasted ham gravy thing. I don't remember what it's called. What if I just look up old-timey food? I'm talking about it's like chipped beef and
the old chipped beef and a crack off the old cheese block.
That's what I'm saying.
Old people foods.
That's not. They're gonna get like
apples.
Yeah. No, I had to look up old timey foods, and so far I found old timey. Yeah.
Well, I found a thing that says 23 signs you eat like an old person.
All right, go on.
Number 1, you cook with lard.
Here's the thing, man. If I ever actually took the time to cook, I hear that's the way to go.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's like instead of using like all the vegetable oils and stuff, all I know is when I would eat with like meat fat or whatever you call it, I felt fine. As soon as I used like canola oil and shit, my stomach hurt. And listen, I'm going off my body. Some people might be fine. It's not like you're gonna guzzle it down like, oh, give me a glass of lard or some shit.
Right. Greatest generation, y'all. Greatest generation. They had it figured out.
Let's see. Number 2, you like whole milk. That's true. I only drink almond milk.
That's true. My parents got me they're big skim milk drinkers, but it just tastes like watered down milk to me. So yeah,
I'd
hard
rather
pass.
have my almond milk.
Almond milk has like all the vanilla flavors.
I just drink unsweetened almond milk.
I don't even know what
used
that
to
would
it.
taste like.
Tastes like
Almonds?
almond water.
No, I don't
great.
want. I don't want it to taste like. I'm not a big milk drinker.
I'm not either. That's why I drink almond milk.
But even almond milk, I don't like viscous milks. I don't like cloudy drinks.
Let's see. What about? There you go. You'll love a frozen meal.
I don't know. Sometimes frozen pizza does it for me.
No, they mean like you get like your fake rib, your potato and corn, like TV dinner.
Oh, well, I mean, that's true. Unless
You
they've
watch
been
your
fat,
Wheel
in
of
which case
Fortune.
you're like, I'll get a lean cuisine. And,
Yeah,
so
lean
there's
cuisines. Then they
there's
watch Wheel of
exceptions.
Fortune and like yell at the TV.
Yeah,
That's-
there's exceptions to that.
All right. You suck on Werther's candies.
Oh my God, that's a truther.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, my parents, bless their sweet souls, they somehow, I don't know where they buy them. I don't think
Right.
they're sold anymore. I think they find them in like the bargain bin at a Big Lots. I don't know where the hell they find them.
That does
But
sound
they-
like where you'd find them.
But they keep getting me not Werther's Original, but whatever the root beer barrels, those little tiny root beer barrel candies. They keep bringing me those, and they'll drop off. My parents are ridiculous. They will leave on my door a bag. The bag will be a weed bag. It literally says like green dot weed, and then I open it, and inside of it's like Werther's Original candies.
We
I'm like,
already
what
used the weed. We gave you the root beer.
I think it's the funniest part is that I can only imagine what neighbors think when they see this delightful couple come over and drop this thing off, and then like if anyone ever looked in, it would literally just be. Here's the worst part: it's sugar-free versions,
Oh,
so it's sugar. They taste terrible. I think this is one of those things where my parents got them. I never said anything. And then they kept giving it to me because they assumed because I never said anything that I like them.
yeah.
I don't like them. What I have to do is because I don't want to waste them. I literally have one a day. And I suffer through the one a day. I'm like, this is my candy for the day. And I'm like, I hate this. I hate it. Sugar-free candy is a sin. It's so gross.
Oh yeah, it's awful. I'd rather just not eat candy.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I'm trying to be like a good son, so I'm like, all right, I'll have a root beer candy. Root beer candy? There's nothing fun about that.
Mine's the same with anything that's like low fat, like whatever, or like sugarless thing, or like any of those, or like diet soda. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna just drink water before I drink a diet soda. I don't know. I hate the taste of that. Like, it's got that aftertaste.
The salty, this weird salty thing.
It has that fake sugar like aftertaste.
I know. I look based on your weird mouth noise. I got it. I understood what you meant.
It's because
I
you drink
felt it
it, and you're
too.
like, all right, and then all of a sudden it's like, and I'm like, bleh, not a fan. If I'm gonna I'd rather just drink water.
Understood. I get it. But you're not a big soda guy to begin with.
We just buy the little mini Coke cans, and then sometimes I'll drink the whole one. Sometimes I only drink half. Sometimes I just want that carbonation hit and the little Coke taste, and then I get like halfway through it, I'm like, I don't even want the rest.
I'm like a mini Coke can, unless I'm mixing that with alcohol. I don't want that.
Well, I just want the carbonation. Like some things you eat, and you're like, I wish I had like some carbonated like Coca-Cola with this one. Then you're like, ooh, and then after a few more bites, you're like, all right, you have a little more, and then I'm like, that's good.
But that just shows that when you drink, you aren't gulping. You're like,
Oh no, I don't gulp.
yeah. You have like a little. I think I've been ruined by going to parties and drinking beer because I'm like, I gotta get this down fast because it tastes terrible.
Oh no, when I drink beer or wine, like I enjoy that. Like I drink
know.
it slow. I buy the good beer and
tell.
wine. I don't drink any hard alcohols, so like I just buy my good beer, good wine. I'll be like have one, maybe two.
You
if I'm,
clearly
like,
never had the college experience of.
Oh, no.
All right, tonight is on the menu, Natty Light. All right, everyone, let's get a case of Beast. Right? Oh my God, no, you don't.
No.
You never had that experience. It's very obvious because you would have learned. Yeah.
My college experience was Wrath of the Lich King and doing YouTube. That's about it.
That sounds about right.
Anyway, you eat Jell-O for dessert.
That's old people for sure.
You snack on black licorice.
That is super old people.
Yeah. You eat your apples baked.
You know what? Yo, baked apple's good. Old people,
Yeah.
they get stuff right sometimes.
I like baked apples.
Right?
Yeah, I like baked apples. Honestly, if I eat a normal apple, upsets my stomach.
Yeah, there you go. Bake that apple.
Yeah, bake that apple. Soft boiled is your style of egg choice. Honestly, soft boiled eggs are pretty good.
I'm not a big soft-boiled egg person.
Actually, I kind of like a medium boiled. I don't want like a full on hard boil, but like a nice medium where it's like kind of runny, but not too runny.
Hard-boil that business or stick it in a pan and cook it for breakfast, but anything in between, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
All right. You love those Lorna Doone cookies.
What?
I don't know what that is.
What is it the cookie that comes in the blue tin? There's like different cookies?
I don't. They are shortbread cookies. So I think they're like little shortbread cookies, apparently.
Nah, hard pass. Since 1912? Nah.
Oh,
Thick,
yeah, that's
rich,
a no.
and full of buttery flavor. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that does not sound good to me.
No, my favorite one is the different styles of cookie. Old person cookie. They're definitely old people cookies. And they come in like a blue tin. And every time you see that blue tin, there's never cookies in it. It's always someone's sewing supplies. I'm not sure what that tin's called, but I know other people out there know exactly what I'm talking about.
I clicked on reviews just to see, and it looks like a lot of people love them.
Well,
People are
they've been around since
loving-
1912, so, you know.
That's
They're
probably
doing it.
why. Any Sam's Club? My 93-year-old father-in-law loves Lorna Doone cookies. It was very disappointing when I could no longer buy them in the warehouse. Was excited to be told I could order them online. Only be disappointed when they arrive mostly crumbled. Will not order again.
But that's good, because his dad's 90-something. It's already crumbled up. It's already like the paste he needs.
Yeah, you can just like pour them into a glass and blend it
Yeah.
up even more.
Just
You're
drink
like
it down, Dad. Yeah.
Tastes like 1912.
Reminds me of flappers.
Oh, my other wives were flappers.
I was married 8 times before I had you. I'm wanted by the law in 16 states.
Cottage cheese gives you life.
Yeah, that's definitely there's a
Yeah.
declining market in cottage cheese.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know if I've ever had it, but I've seen it, and
I've had it.
it's the texture of it just does not settle with me.
Yeah, cottage cheese, I think maybe back in the 80s is the last time I had cottage cheese and was like, cool. They definitely gave it to us for lunch in the lunchroom way too
Ugh,
much.
that sounds even worse.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's the last place I'd want to eat it. Cafeteria-style restaurants are your jam. That's true. Old people
yeah.
love buffets.
But I also like cafeteria style sometimes, especially if you're like in the deep south and you go to get like fried chicken or something. That's where
This
it's at.
isn't- I mean, yeah, there's like that, but then I think we're talking like Old Country Buffet Golden Corral.
Oh, aren't those buffets, not cafeteria style?
I mean,
Because cafeteria style is where you go up to the thing and they're like, "What do you want?" And then they give you like, "Here's your 3 scoops of whatever," and then your main meal. right? So like if you
Well,
go get chicken, it's like you get
mention-
the chicken, then the 3 sides or whatever.
They mentioned the thing. If all you can eat fried food at the Golden Corral is your thing.
Oh, well, that's different. Although, to be real, they have to be making money. I see commercials all the time.
No, that's true. Let's see. Although I don't know if I'd want to go to a buffet right now.
No, I'm good. Hard pass.
You love your grapefruit sprinkled with sugar.
Ah,
That's true.
that is a trope. That is an old person trope.
My dad loves grapefruit. He loves it.
Yep.
You live it up with liver. Oh yeah, that's no. Like if I was out in the wild or like we needed food, like I eat liver, I don't give a shit. But like I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and be like liver and onions, please.
Yeah, I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
I've gone to some restaurants where I've been like, liver, and you're gonna grill it? All right, I'm in. Let's get weird with it.
Yeah, like,
But liver and onions is the 100% old person food. For
Oh, yeah.
sure.
it is.
For
'Cause
sure.
I think liver actually it's got like a lot of nutrients and shit. It's actually pretty.
Yeah,
good
it's actually
for you.
supposed to be great for you, but I think my grandmother used to eat liver. I'd always look in her fridge and be like, gross! Because it was in like a tub.
Oh yeah.
And it would say liver, and it'd be like the bloodiest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, why? Ew!
Let's see here. Let's see. You eat beets from a can. Honestly, I've eaten beets from a jar.
I think that's different, though. Were
Yeah,
they
that's-
homemade beets?
They're just like, I don't know, beets from Poland in a jar. You bought at the store.
Well, that sounds like fancy beets, though. Also,
Yeah,
homemade
I
beets
mean, they're
aren't a
pretty
real
good.
thing. I mean, I guess they are, but
What do you mean?
you know, they're not homemade. You're not making the beets. Homegrown,
Well-
I guess.
Well, yeah, you'd prepare the beets.
Sure.
I've had like beet soup. I've had like beets made. My family's like a third Polish, so you got to eat a beet at some
Of
point.
course. No, that's in your diet. I understand.
It's in there in the genetics.
Yeah. You're 90% beet.
I am. Very much so. You love-
90% beet, 10% pierogi. It's crazy.
I actually don't like pierogies, but my family like, pierogies, gotta eat your pierogies. I don't know, I didn't like them. They're okay. You love a good pot pie.
Here's the thing. Who doesn't? What kind of monster doesn't like a pot pie?
That's true. I like pot pies.
It's comfort food.
Yeah. You stock up on cheese that comes wrapped in foil. Isn't that like
Yeah.
all cheese?
No, they're literally talking about Velveeta. They
I'm
just
thinking
can't
of
say
butter.
it. Yeah.
Butter comes in foil. Oh, yeah, Velveeta. Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
a no. Rum raisin and pistachio ice cream.
You know what? Pistachio making that comeback. People out there mocking it. Pistachio making comebacks. Rum
Yeah, I like
raisin.
pistachio.
Rum raisin's like all right if you go to one of those artisanal ice cream places and it's actual rum and actual raisin, right? Like that's good.
Yeah. Let's see here. Fiber One kickstarts your day.
Oof. You know what? That's true, and I hope it's still around for when I'm old. Fingers crossed. Shout out to Fiber. I hope you're still around. I hope we can still get access to you because I have a feeling my future contains poops, so I'm going to need it.
Well, every morning I eat oatmeal, walnuts, and then usually like a banana.
Well, that's good. See, that's very, very good. I'm
Yeah.
just, what if I could have that all in bar form?
Yeah, but see, you gotta, and then you have the coffee, so you get like all the blends, because you get like the nuttiness and the dense calories of the walnuts and the omega-3s,
Yeah,
and
that'd
then you
be
get
too much for my old ass. I just need a bar.
Get some flax seeds.
I can't have nuts anymore. My
No,
teeth
no,
are
no,
all
no, no.
fake. My teeth are all fake. If I eat a nut, my dentures are going to pop out. Come on,
I
man.
got
You
like
can't do
11
that.
crowns.
Yeah, but
Barely
this
eat
is
nuts too.
you're playing a dangerous game. You're falling apart, man. I'm trying to
true.
help you.
Listen, all right, I need this oatmeal. Let's see, you say yum the canned fruit cocktail.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's not. I remember. I don't know if like my parents would try to give me that as a kid or like other, but I always hated it. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, my parents were very against it. But the schools, every school I went to, they were like, "Eat your fruit cocktail." And you're like, gross. I would only ever eat the pineapples and the cherries that came in it because they looked like what they were supposed to look like and not just like a mashed fruit goop.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Let's see. Yeah. Andy's Candies. I think we've talked about those.
Yeah, Andy's Candies. That is definitely my grandmother was into Andy's Candies for sure. For sure. Here's the thing. I kind of like Andy's Candies.
Yeah, I mean, they're like really minty, right?
Yeah, they're just mint chocolate candy.
Huh.
It's simple. It's, like a little bite-sized. It's pretty good. It's not bad. I don't know where you buy them anymore, but I imagine they're at the grocery store somewhere. But I've never been like, you know what I could use? An Andy's Candies. Although now I'm like,
Let's see. You love a mundane piece of Melba toast. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Melba toast. Melba toast is that the really hard bread cracker thing. It looks like it looks like a little tiny baguette piece, but it's like it's been dried.
Oh, I think okay. I'm just get out of here, cottage cheese.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different varieties of Melba toast, but basically it's like little tiny dry slivers of bread.
Oh, I think I've seen these. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those.
I guess it's like crackers, but it's more than crackers.
It's more than crackers.
That's how they sell Melba toast.
Yeah.
It's more than crackers.
It's more than just a cracker. It's a lifestyle.
Melba toast.
With 5 grams of whole grains and 2 grams of fiber. Okay. So Canfield's Diet Chocolate Fudge Soda. What the shit?
Here, I seem to recall having had that before. I don't know when, but I feel like I was born in that time period when it still was a thing that existed, and so because my grandparents were into it, I got some of it somehow. And I don't know how, I don't know why. Chocolate soda.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing.
Yeah, that's. In fact, I think I have seen it in like stores and stuff.
Yeah, I don't seem to recall the chocolate soda location, but I do know that specialty food places have it, but also specialty food places have like awful things as well. Like one time I was in this place, those places that always sell 8,000 hot sauces, right?
Yes. Yeah.
There was one section of one of those stores where it also had sodas from around the world, and I found pickle soda and rhubarb soda, and I was like, no, I'm out. This is gross. I can't do this.
Yeah, that's a little weird for me too. Let's see. That's all of them.
All right. Well, that was a tangent that took us off in a place I did not expect to go.
Yep.
When you're out there, again, in the world of the living, and you you want to meet people or hang out with friends or go to interviews or do whatever, you want to smell your best. And you don't want to have a cologne that reminds people of your grandparents. See, that's how I'm bringing it back together. You don't want to have that old stank cologne, right? You don't want to have that thing that your dad's dad used to wear and it just has been in the family forever, right? What you want is a scent that's all your own. Something that when you smell it, you love it. Not just when other people smell it, but when you smell yourself, you're like, damn, I smell good. And we all know what that smells like. We all have certain things that make us feel good when we smell it. And what Hawthorne does is unlocks that through a quiz that they have on the website where you can go in and you can answer these questions that are like, all right, what kind of drinks do you like? Do you smoke or not? What kind of soap do you use in the shower? Are you like a bar or a wash kind of guy? Like that kind of thing. Ask you all sorts of different questions. Questions you probably are just like, wait a minute, what does it have to do with my... But trust me, when it's done, they will have a scent specially made for you. One for work, one for play. Crendor and I have both done it. They have sent us updated versions for summertime, which was amazing. And I love that. I use my summertime one every day. It's bright. It's floral. I feel like I went outside when I didn't.
I go for my nature walks and smell like dog, but then I spray it on and I smell good.
Right, yeah. And that's how it works. I'm sorry I got distracted because you were like, I would go for a nature walk and I smell like dog.
Yeah.
And one of the best things about it is that it's something that's unique to you. And so you can go there, like I said, 2-minute quiz. It'll tell you what's best for you, one for work, one for play. They also have deodorant, shampoo, body wash, face cleanser, lotion. I believe I just got an email the other day that was like, yo, hey, if you want to go and just look at the different types of scents we have, you can do that as well. So I think that's an option on there now, that if you don't want to take a quiz, I think you can do that. Don't hold me to it. But I think I read that the other day. If you want to check it out for yourself, trust me, 0 risk, free shipping, free returns. Also, it doesn't really hurt to just go look and take the quiz, y'all. Check it out at Hawthorne at hawthorne.co. That's Hawthorne with an E, and then use promo code COX10 to get 10% off your first purchase. So it's hawthorne.co, HAWTHORNE.co, code COX10 for 10% off your purchase. Give it a shot. Try it. You will smell your best. Believe me. Also today we're brought to you by MeUndies. MeUndies wants to talk to you about underwear. They've got a lot of feelings about them. I know that we do. We love MeUndies because they're comfy as heck. They are about expression. Let's be real. Crendor has his set of underwear that he likes. I got mine. They are vastly different. And that's what makes MeUndies so great, is that there's colors and prints and everything for everybody. Shapes and sizes. You can get boxers. You can get boxer briefs. You can get those like tighty whities, but they ain't so whitey. You can get all sorts of different varieties. Women, there's plenty of different varieties for you. Also, there's shirts. There's onesies. There's socks. There's sweats. There's so many different things. MeUndies is something that I love. We've been talking about it on this show for a long time. They're serious about the softness, and we still don't understand it. We still don't get it. Sourced beechwood trees, pulp, and then they turn it into yarn, and then into underwear. I don't understand how that's possible. Science is out of control, but it feels like heaven on your butt, and that's what matters. They are so comfortable and airy and wonderful. I cannot stress it enough. Once you get them, if you're like anyone else who has messaged the two of us, they are all blown away. So, MeUndies has a great offer for you right now. If you're a first-time purchaser, you get 15% off, free shipping. It's an absolute no-brainer because it's a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're like, I don't know, give it a shot. If you don't like it, you get everything back. It's free shipping. You don't even lose that. So, MeUndies.com/Crendor is the place to go.
That's me.
That's MeUndies.com/Crendor.
That's me.
All right, Crendor, what's our... Whoa, hold on. We're about to jump to big news story. Whoa. Let's go to traffic on the town of the Crendor. How's that traffic out there?
Traffic out there is going. Imagine if I just started doing the big news story of the day right now. That'd be crazy. But I'm not going to. So, yeah, there's some cars. I see some going left and right, up and down. Wait a second. That shouldn't be happening. Where am I? I don't know where else to go with this bit. Back to you.
Much like you in that helicopter, the bit was falling apart. Yeah, all right.
It sure was.
All right, let's go to the weather.
Weather. Oh, yeah, Hurricane Laura. That happened.
Yeah, it did. Wow.
That was crazy. I was watching the Weather Channel as that happened.
Yeah, I was, I did, at first I was like, I'm not gonna, what is that?
It's like how you look at a car accident, you like can't look away.
Disaster porn, I think is what is the term.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And then I got into bed and saw a tweet and then went down the spiral and started looking at every single tweeted video about it. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it looks like it was really bad for that first initial landfall, but then moved very, very quickly. So it sucks that it did as much damage as it did. And if anyone was hurt, that's terrible. But thankfully, it moved on rapidly.
Yeah. It was, I was watching the Weather Channel. They had like Jim Cantori, who's always been out there.
Yes,
Every time
yeah.
I think of him, I think of actually like, there's that one woman at the restaurant I was eating at, and she's like, my daughter got to meet Jim Cantori. And so there was
He's
her.
very important.
And like something Stephanie Abrams, I think was her name. They're like the weather duo. And then they were just out there being like, it's crazy, it's windy. And he's like standing there with like a 50-pound vest, like, shit's blowing out here. And then they're like standing in the corner, and then like glass broke and like shattered on the thing. And they're like, guys, get away from there. There's glass. Just like the wind. And they like had the microphone. You could hear the like wind blowing. It was like a freight train, like, it was crazy. And I was like, oh my God. So I watched that for like an hour.
I saw the clip of the one woman coming up the stairs. That might have been who you're talking about. She was like, I'm out here. It's really bad. She starts walking up the stairs and something explodes nearby and like shrapnel like flies at her. And she's like, I'm good. He's like, what? Lady.
Oh my, yeah, I think that might have been Weather Channel. They're prepped, man. They were ready for that.
She's like, I'm
insane
fine.
stuff.
I was like, what? Something just exploded. She's like, I'm fine. It's all right. Like, damn, that's a badass right there.
Let's see here. Let's look up. I don't know. Let's go to Laura.
Oh, man. Can I tell you?
What?
In my mind, I was thinking, Crendor is about to look up hurricane. Let's see if there is a
Ooh,
hurricane,
that's even
as I
better.
thought you were going to look up, but Laura works.
No, we're going to Hurricane West Virginia.
Okay.
Hurricane West Virginia. 66 degrees, light rain. No hurricanes though. It is 100% chance of rain.
Actually, how much you want to bet that's the tropical storm, the leftover tropical storm?
I think you might actually be right on that one. I think it is.
Whoa!
Shit, dude. That's crazy. Let's see. Winds light and variable, chance of rain 100%. Rainfall around half an inch. Monday, thunderstorms 79 degrees. Tuesday, 87, mostly cloudy. Wednesday, 85, scattered thunderstorms 84. 80, 78, 84, 83, 80, 78, 77, 75, 76, 78. Right now, humidity 88%, pressure 29.89, visibility 10 miles, wind 2 miles an hour, dew point 62, UV index 0 of 10, moon phase waxing gibbous.
Waxing gibbous is definitely a sex move. Just
No
putting
doubt.
it out there.
No doubter. Also, the grass and ragweed are very high. Watch out, allergies.
There you go, West Virginia.
And that's the weather.
All right, sports.
Sports. Hello, welcome to the sports desk. It is me, Sports Door. Hello.
Hi, sports store.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
Let's see, NFL football closing in. Apparently they did like 1 billion tests and they all turned up fine except for like 4 staff workers or some shit. So they progress forward. Fine with me. I do my fantasy NFL draft next weekend.
Some guy messaged me and was like, Jesse, are you in my fantasy league? And I was like, unless the team has Minshew as QB, nah.
Yeah, it's actually. Have you ever played fantasy football?
Yeah, years ago when I really, really cared about catching every game. Yes, of course, but I haven't in, I'm going to say 6 years at least.
Last year, I missed the playoffs by like a game because Sinvicta couldn't beat Rob.
Wait, you're going to blame Sinvicta for that?
Well, I was going on a roll at the end and he couldn't do it. All right. I was pretty upset because I wanted to make the playoffs. I picked up, who did I pick up? I think I picked up like Pat Mahomes. I picked up somebody and they were like carrying me. It is crazy. Either way, NBA, Boston beat Toronto, Clippers beat Dallas, Denver beat Utah. NHL, it looks like beep, 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 beep. Vegas is losing to Vancouver. Currently, there's still one period to go. Colorado lost to Dallas. They're down 3-1, and New York Islanders beat the Philadelphia Flyers to... Does that give them the series, or does it go up 3-1? Oh, they're up 3-1 now. And then Tampa Bay's up 3-1 on Boston. And that's the hockey news. And in baseball... Yep. The Cubs won 10-1 today. Nice. And then there's some trades going on.
I feel like this is biased news. You're like, all right, let's see what's going on in baseball. The Cubs won, great. And moving on to trades.
Cubs are in first place, 20-14.
Biased.
Dodgers and Padres in first and second. The Braves first in the East. Oakland first in the AL West. White Sox and Cleveland tied at first in the Central, and Tampa Bay first in the East. And that is your sporting news of the day.
Yo, Tampa Bay is killing it with sports right now.
They really are. It's kind of
Wow.
crazy because they're always like these off-brand, especially hockey. They're always up there in hockey. And for some reason, I don't know why, but like they're like in the playoffs, and all the Canadian teams keep losing.
Do you think it's because hockey players realize that they're only in the ice in the rink, and then they can actually go to a beach? Do you think they're just like, we could just go play in the South and it'll be fine?
I mean, you're not wrong. They could do that.
Why stay in Canada when I could just go down south? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, and that's sports.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. So, buckle up. Okay?
I'm buckled. I'm buckled. Yes, I've been doing this for 200 some episodes. I never know what to expect.
3 retirees in Japan form monkey busters to defend crops from pesky primates.
Go on. Is there a photo of this?
Yes. Hold on. Let me,
Please send that photo. Thank you very much.
no problem.
Oh my God.
Yep.
It's Japanese grandmas, and they
It is.
look amazing. Although, two of them have pistols, but one of them came armed. Oh my God. That granny has a big gun.
Wait, oh yeah, that granny does have a big gun.
Wait, whoa. How did you not know that there's two handguns and one semi-automatic?
Yes. It's like listen, all right. I've been distracted, so I'm like looking at people. Okay. Trio of older women and their air guns have won lots of fans on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
Throughout history, heroes have appeared when things seem their darkest.
Shut up with this article.
That may be the case in a small town in rural Japan where local farmers have been dealing with hordes of hungry monkeys eating up potatoes, onions, eggplants, and cucumbers for the last month. A Japanese language publication in the prefecture of Fukui reports to jafukunkin.or.jp.
Are you You having a stroke?
It's
You all right?
possible. I may have had multiple right then. Now help is on the way in the form of 3 older women who call themselves the Monkey Busters. The trio, the trio use their guns to scare monkeys away from the crops. God damn it. The website says the women are so dedicated to the cause they often show up to a monkey sighting still in their aprons, so not a moment of monkey scaring is wasted. The Monkey Busters don't actually kill their targets. Instead, they fire warning shots that are followed up with firecrackers and other loud noises.
Wait, so what are they really doing? All they're doing is scaring the monkeys away, then they come back when the ladies aren't around.
Well, yeah.
I thought these were like stone cold killer grannies. They're just like scaring the monkeys?
Yes. The women's efforts have been effective for the most part, but Monkey Busters leader Masako Ishimura refuses to rest on her laurels. We were really troubled by the monkeys, damage to the crops, so the 3 of us cooperated to get rid of the monkeys, she told the publisher. I'll continue to do my best for the region with the feeling of not losing. But while Ishimura and crew have gotten rid of the monkeys near their small Japanese town, they have gained followers worldwide based on Twitter comments. It's just a bunch of people tweeting, being like, man, this is crazy. And that's it. That's the story.
I mean, here's the thing. That's the story we needed.
That's the story we needed.
I don't need much else. I got what I mean. I'm disappointed. Actually, I'm happy the monkeys are alive because that means the potential for more Monkey Mondays. However,
Yes.
I'm disappointed that I thought the way they're looking. Here's my problem. That one lady doesn't need that big of a gun if all she's doing is firing off into the woods, not trying to hit anything. That's a big gun. That is a gun designed to like shred trees.
Yeah, that is. Well, I mean, it is an airsoft gun as well, but still.
I guess you're right. But like the other two have reasonably sized, like, here's my handgun. And the other, I mean, it's just, it's excessive. You might as well just bring a cannon. Okay.
You really should. Someone said whenever anyone from the community reports a monkey sighting, it's usually during the day when the women are in the middle of housework or farming. However, as soon as the sighting is reported, they are immediately notified and drop everything to rush to the scene.
Yes. That is so, they're like Batman.
They are like Batman. So yeah, the Monkey Busters.
There you go. All right, well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
Socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. We're on Spotify, we're on SoundCloud, we're on iTunes. Also, check us out on our own things. YouTube.com/Cox, YouTube Crendor, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.com/NotoriousCox. Crendor is taken.
That was definitely a thing. Okay.
Yes.
We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching and listening. And as always, to be continued.